to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I created this really pretty pink purple cut crease moment. Girl, we also have colored falsies on, so I quickly wanted to explain how I created these falsies. So these were an old pair that, girl, I used way too many times. They needed to be thrown out anyway, so I figured I've seen this trend going around here and there on Instagram where people are using colored falsies, and I was like, I want to try that too. So I took those lashes and I literally just put a white base over the entire lash. It could be a white concealer or like an eyeshadow base. Anything will work as long as it's white. I put that on first, and then I took any eyeshadow, whichever eyeshadow color of your choice that you want your lashes to be. Grab that shadow and then just take a brush and literally you're just patting the eyeshadow onto the lashes. And because you put down that white base, the color of the eyeshadow is going to stick really well to the falsies. I did let them dry overnight, and this is what it looked like the next day. Super pretty and very vibrant, and I really love the way they turned out. I think they're really pretty. I would love to do some pink ones, so let me know if you guys are down for these colored lashes because I am obsessed. With that being said, for today's video, we are going to be using the Kara Beauty Purple Haze palette. So I did recently just do a look with the Girl Scout palette that looks like this, and you guys absolutely loved that look, so thank you so much for all the love on that one. But you guys did tell me that you wanted to see a look with the other palettes, so I figured let's start with this one. This one's absolutely beautiful, and you guys know I love my pinks and my purples, so we're going to be using this palette today to create today's cut crease, and I'm so excited for it. So today's video, I'm only going to be showing the eye makeup. I'm not going to be showing any of my face makeup because, girl, this look took so long. It is so tedious, and I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna film the eye portion because I really wanted to get the face makeup done. That way, you know, girl, it's like 9 o'clock already. Like, it's past my bedtime at this point. So I really hope you guys enjoy the video nonetheless. And before we jump into it, please don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not already. And without further ado, if you guys would like to see how I created this really beautiful cut crease, then just keep on watching. So like I said in the intro, we're going to be using the Kara Beauty Purple Haze palette. This is what the cover looks like. Super cute. And the first shade we're going to be using is the shade called Wax. It's a really pretty purple, and I'm going to start to use this on a small blending brush, and I'm actually going to use this color to carve out that cut crease. So I'm going to start, of course, in the inner part of the crease and then work my way out and really flick that eyeshadow out. That way we get that nice, crisp, clean cut crease. At this point, I wasn't too worried about the blending. I'm just focusing specifically on creating the shape. So next I'm going to go in with the shade OG Kush, and I'm actually going to take this one on a small blending brush. This is the Morphe M506, no surprise. And I'm going to take this color and just put it right over that Wax shade because this is where we're going to start to build the definition. Next, I'm going to be taking the shade called Eyes Low, and with this specific color, we're actually going to go above the purple. So with the OG Kush, we went over the Wax color, but with this specific shade, I'm going to actually put this above that purple because this is the color that we're going to start to use to really diffuse the cut crease up to the brow bone. So keep that in mind. You want to go from darkest to lightest when it comes to a cut crease. And then I'm going to go in with the shade Baked, which is an even lighter pink, and I'm going to also use this and go above that Eyes Low shade, which is that darker pink. So basically, I'm just trying to use the lightest color to really make sure it looks nice and diffused from the cut crease to the brow bone. Next, I'm going to go in with the shade called Match Up, which is a super deep plum purple, and I'm going to start to build that definition all over again. With all the blending, of course, it's going to get washed away, so I want to make sure that the crease is nice and defined. That way, when we cut the crease, we do not have to touch that area anymore. So, of course, like the other shadows, I'm going to take it from the inner corner to the outer corner and all the way out, if that makes sense. And then, of course, I'm going to blend it just because I don't want anything to look harsh. So next, I'm going to go in with the shade Cloud 9. I didn't even realize how many colors I actually used in this palette, but it's a great thing because you guys can see how they work. So I'm going to use this and put that right over that purple shade we just added just to make sure everything looks nice and blended. And I wanted to make sure that you could really see the difference between the purple and the pink. I didn't want them to look mixed together. Then I took a fluffy brush and just made sure everything was nice and blended, and once you do that, it's basically complete. That's it for the cut crease. So now we're actually going to cut the crease. So I'm going to be using the P.LOUISE Mitchell base. This one is in the shade Blank Canvas. This is my ride or die product when it comes to half cut crease, full cut crease. I love this stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually taking the Mitchell brush and I'm just stamping on the shape, if that makes sense. So please do not worry about the lid. We're going to cover that eventually with the base as well. But right now I'm just really focusing on, one, trying to get my eyes to match, and two, just making sure that everything looks nice and crisp. So really take your time with this. This is where you can manipulate your eye shape and really focus on how clean you want your cut crease to be. Okay, you guys, so I have a little trick for you. So once I was done doing this, I went ahead and added the base all over to my lid, and then here with this brush I'm actually taking Vaseline, you guys, and I'm rubbing this all along that base because P. Louise bases are like heavy duty, girl. This one specifically, it sets on its own, so once it's set, it's not going anywhere. So the Vaseline basically loosens up the product, that way I can go ahead and wipe it away with no problem. So the reason why I'm doing that is because I'm going to be going in with this retro liner from GLAM. This one is in the shade Pink Velvet, and I'm so heartbroken because you can't really see on camera how beautifully pink this liner is. It's like a really pretty pastel. But anyways, how I'm doing this is I actually wiped off the base, that way as you guys can see I'm not the neatest when it comes to liner. You guys know liner is not my forte, but this is the easiest way to get that liner in between your cut crease and your lid shade, if that makes sense. I was trying to figure out how to explain that. So I did do that, and I don't have to worry about getting it on the lid at all. If it gets on the lid, it's fine because we're going to wipe it. You just want to make sure you don't get it in the crease. So please be careful. Then I'm going to go back in with that P. Louise base, and I'm going to go right under that liner. This is the time where you can actually clean up any mistakes that you did, and this time around we're going to completely cover the eyelid and make sure that you bring this out to the outer corner because we are going to be doing basically the outer corner of the eye, but the top portion near the lid. So really make sure you drag this down, and then I am going to be blending it out with a buffer brush. The one that I'm going to be using is actually the one that I use to blend out my lid shade, or rather my lid concealer, before I apply eyeshadow. And this brush is actually from Morphe. It's a great brush. I will link it down below for you guys. So for my lid color, I wanted a really nice, vibrant white eyeshadow. So I'm going to be taking the shade Sales from my Riviera palette. No surprise, this is probably one of my favorite white eyeshadows in my collection. And I'm going to take this on a flat packing brush and just set my entire lid, including that outer corner. And then we're going to go in with the shade called Eyes Low. And I'm going to take this on an angled brush. And this is the brush that we're going to be using to build that liner, if you will. So you do want to go ahead and just drag that out, and then we're going to drag it back in. That is the easiest way I have found to do wing liner. So yeah, next I'm going to be taking the shade called Cloud 9, which is that darker pink, and I'm going to do exactly the same thing. Basically we're just building up the colors just to make sure that the cut crease and the liner that we do all match pretty well. So I'm doing the same exact thing with all the colors we're going to be using. So of course the next color is going to be OG Kush, and I'm going to do the exact same thing, girl, nothing new. And basically what this is doing is actually building up the intensity, but you're getting that beautiful combination of colors together. Okay, so I went in with the makeup wipe and just cleaned up that liner just because I wanted to see exactly where I was, and then I decided let me go in with a little bit of Match Up, which was that dark purple, and this is just going to finish off the liner. This is going to give it definition, but just not make it too dark, if that makes sense. So then I decided to go in with the P. Louise base. This one is in the shade Vivid Violet because I needed something to coat my lashes. Obviously my lashes are black, so I needed a color to cover them, so when I apply the purple falsies, there's not a huge difference between my lash and the falsies. So here's how I did that. I went in with a spoolie and just put it all over my lashes, and then I dipped my brush in the shade OG Kush just to set that base because it is a cream product, so you want to make sure that you're setting it with a powder. So now I'm going to go ahead and apply my falsies. I got so many questions on which lashes these were on Instagram. These are from a brand called BEBELLA Cosmetics. All their lashes are amazing. This specific style was called Dollface. Unfortunately, I think they discontinued it because it's not on the website, so I'm sorry you guys. If I knew that, I would not have used these. So I went ahead and applied my lashes, made sure they were nice and secure, and then I'm going to go in with the shade called Match Up and take a small blending brush, and I'm just going to pat this shade on my actual lashes. What this is doing is actually blending and pushing my real lashes up into the falsies to make sure everything is nice and clean. So for my waterline, I went in with a ColourPop gel liner, and then now I'm going to be using the shade Wax, and I'm going to take it on that same small blending brush, and I'm going to apply this on the lower lash line. By the way, the ColourPop liner, I will leave the name to it down below in the description box. So now I'm going to be taking the shade Match Up, and I'm taking this on the angle brush because I want this to be nice and crisp because I'm actually using this color to connect the outer corner. And then I went in with the shade Eyes Low, and I actually used this color just to make sure everything is nice and blended and we get the beautiful pink on the lower lash line. So the last step here is I'm actually going to go in with the shade called Trap, and I'm going to put this in the inner corner just to give us a little sparkle because, I mean, why not? And then that's basically it. I'm going to give myself a good coat of mascara. This one here is the KKW mascara. I have been loving this mascara. It is so amazing. If you guys are looking for a new mascara, definitely check this one out. You can find it at Ulta. And that is basically it for this look, you guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this makeup look. I had so much fun filming it. I love the way this look turned out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!